Let's talk about silk, the fabric of luxury. For centuries, silk has been a symbol of elegance, wealth, and sophistication. Its unmistakable sheen and smoothness have made it a favorite for royalty and fashionistas alike. You see it everywhere: shiny ties, elegant dresses, expensive shirts. From high-end boutiques to red carpet events, silk is the go-to choice for those who want to stand out. But have you ever wondered where it really comes from? What's the story behind that glossy shirt hanging in your closet? Unlike cotton or wool, which are harvested from plants or animals, silk isn't grown or sheared. It's spun by thousands of tiny creatures, each working tirelessly to create something extraordinary. To make just 1 kilogram of silk, you need up to 3,000 silkworms, each spinning a single, continuous thread for its cocoon. That's nearly 5,000 miles of thread, enough to stretch from New York to London. That's a monumental effort for a single blouse or a few ties. Every piece of silk clothing is the result of an incredible collaboration between nature and human hands. Silk is the result of centuries of human ingenuity and the tireless work of these caterpillars. The process has been refined over generations, blending ancient techniques with modern technology. These aren't ordinary bugs. They're bred for one purpose: to make this incredible fiber. Silkworms are pampered and protected, their only job to spin the finest thread known to man. The industry, from farms to factories, is a blend of tradition and innovation. Generations of families have passed down their secrets, while new technology pushes the boundaries of what silk can become. Next time you touch silk, remember, it's not just fabric. It's the life's work of thousands of silkworms and the dedication of countless people. The journey from egg to fabric is long, complicated, and full of strange details. Each stage is a delicate dance of biology and craftsmanship. It takes careful temperature control, mountains of mulberry leaves, and a lot of patience. Every step must be just right, or the silk will lose its magic. We're about to pull back the curtain on every step. From the tiniest eggs to the finished fabric, nothing is as simple as it seems. How are the worms raised? What makes them spin? What secrets are hidden in their tiny, tireless bodies? How do we turn cocoons into thread? What ancient rituals and modern methods are used to transform these delicate fibers into something so luxurious? This is a story of biology, history, and hard work. It's a tale that stretches across continents and centuries, connecting us to a tradition as old as civilization itself. Stick with me, because the story of silk is as dirty as it is delicate, and what lies beneath that shiny shirt might just surprise you. The story of silk begins in ancient China, wrapped in legend. Around 2700 BC, Empress Leizu was sipping tea under a mulberry tree when a cocoon dropped into her cup. As she fished it out, a shimmering thread unraveled, strong, soft, and beautiful. Fascinated, she realized the cocoon was the source of this amazing material. Leizu studied the silkworm, learned it ate only mulberry leaves, and began domesticating them. She's credited with inventing the silk loom and became the goddess of silk in Chinese mythology. For nearly 3,000 years, China guarded the secret of silk production, revealing it was punishable by death. Silk became a symbol of wealth, used for robes, decorations, and even currency. The world's desire for silk led to the Silk Road, connecting East and West and changing history, all from a single cup of tea and a curious empress. Today, China is still the world's silk powerhouse, producing the vast majority of global supply. Modern Chinese silk farms blend tradition with technology, churning out uniform, high-quality silk. But Thailand has carved out a niche for itself with its unique hand-woven silk. Thai silk is prized for its texture, vibrant colors, and the use of native silkworms that produce naturally colored threads. In Thailand, silk making is often a family craft, passed down through generations. The result? Each piece tells a story. No two are exactly alike. So, the silk world is split: China's industrial might versus Thailand's artisanal tradition. Both approaches keep the ancient craft alive in the modern world. Silk remains a symbol of both innovation and heritage. The silk industry depends on Bombyx mori, the domesticated silkworm. For thousands of years, these remarkable creatures have been at the heart of silk production, shaping cultures and economies across the world. These insects can't survive in the wild, they rely entirely on humans. Over centuries, they've lost the ability to fend for themselves, becoming completely dependent on careful human care for every stage of their lives. Their life's mission is simple yet extraordinary: eat, grow, and spin a cocoon of shimmering silk. Each silkworm is born with this singular purpose, and every action they take is in service of it. It all starts with tiny eggs, no bigger than a pinhead, carefully stored by farmers until the mulberry leaves are ready to feed the next generation. Farmers incubate the eggs, carefully controlling temperature and humidity for synchronized hatching. Timing is everything. If the eggs hatch too early or too late, the larvae may not survive. Tiny larvae emerge, hungry and vulnerable, and are gently placed on bamboo trays. At this stage, they are so delicate that even a small disturbance can be fatal. Their only food? Fresh mulberry leaves chopped fine for the smallest worms. The quality and freshness of these leaves are crucial for healthy growth. As they grow, they eat constantly, and the sound of thousands munching is like gentle rain. This chorus of feeding is a sign of a thriving colony. Rearing houses are kept clean and warm. Any mistake can wipe out a whole crop. Disease and poor hygiene are constant threats, so vigilance is key. Farmers work around the clock, feeding and cleaning to keep the worms healthy. Their dedication ensures that each silkworm has the best chance to thrive. The quality of care directly affects the quality of silk. Only the healthiest silkworms produce the finest, strongest threads. These worms are pampered because their cocoons are the foundation of the entire industry. Each cocoon is a tiny masterpiece, spun with care and precision. Every detail matters in this delicate, demanding process. From temperature to feeding schedules, nothing is left to chance. The silkworm's journey is just beginning. From these humble beginnings, a world of silk and beauty will soon emerge. For 4 to 6 weeks, silkworms do little but eat and grow. Their body weight increases by 10,000 times. Imagine a baby growing to elephant size in a month. This growth is fueled entirely by mulberry leaves, packed with the nutrients needed for silk. Silk farms must also be mulberry farms, with vast groves to feed the hungry caterpillars. The quality of the leaves directly impacts the silk's quality. As the worms grow, they shed their skin 4 times, eating non-stop between molts. By the end, a single worm is 3 inches long and ready for its final act. Its appetite vanishes. It starts searching for a place to spin its cocoon. This is the moment farmers have been waiting for. The silkworm is about to create its masterpiece. The transformation begins now. When the silkworm stops eating, it's time to spin its cocoon. Using special glands, it produces liquid silk and a sticky glue called sericin. The worm spins in a figure 8, wrapping itself in a single, unbroken filament, up to 1,500 meters long. The cocoon is strong, lightweight, and perfectly engineered to protect the pupa inside. Color varies by breed and diet, but pure white cocoons are most prized for dyeing. The rearing house falls silent as thousands of worms spin in unison. Inside, the worm transforms into a pupa. If left alone, it would emerge as a moth, breaking the silk into short, useless pieces. To preserve the precious thread, farmers must act before that happens. Timing is everything. The harvest is about to begin. The cocoon is the silkworm's masterpiece and the heart of the silk industry. Every thread is a tiny marvel of nature and design. Now, it's time to collect the prize. Harvesting cocoons is a race against time. Farmers have about a week to collect them before the moths emerge. Cocoons are gently gathered and sorted by hand for size, shape, and color. Only the best, uniform, firm, and white, are chosen for premium silk. Imperfect cocoons are used for lower-grade silk. A select few are set aside for breeding the next generation. The rest are processed. The pupa inside must be killed to keep the silk thread intact. This is usually done by steaming or baking the cocoons. It's a necessary if harsh step. Silk is, after all, an animal product. The process ensures the long, continuous filament remains unbroken. Quality control starts here, shaping the final fabric. The journey from cocoon to cloth is about to get even more intense. Next comes reeling, extracting the silk thread from the cocoon. Cocoons are boiled to soften the sericin glue. Workers find the end of each filament and combine threads from several cocoons to make a single, stronger strand. In traditional settings, this is done by hand. In factories, machines do the work. The principle is the same: boiling, combining, and winding the threads onto reels. The result is raw silk, still stiff and dull from the remaining sericin. This raw silk is graded and sold worldwide. It's not yet the luxurious fabric we know, but it's the essential building block. From a tiny worm to a skein of silk, the transformation is remarkable. The next steps will reveal silk's true beauty. The journey isn't over yet. Before silk can become the luxurious fabric we know, it must first be carefully prepared. Raw silk is degummed, washed in hot, soapy water to remove sericin, the natural gum that coats each thread. This process is essential, as it frees the silk fibers from their sticky coating, allowing them to separate and reveal their true beauty. As the sericin is washed away, the thread loses some of its weight, but in return, it gains its signature softness and unmistakable shine. The transformation is remarkable. What was once dull and stiff becomes supple, smooth, and radiant to the touch. Now brilliantly white and gleaming, the silk is ready for the next stage, dyeing. This is where creativity and tradition come together, as artisans prepare to infuse the silk with vibrant colors. Silk absorbs color deeply, creating fabrics that are not only vibrant and rich but also long-lasting. The hues shimmer and shift in the light, giving silk its legendary allure. Threads can be dyed in solid colors, tie-dyed for unique patterns, or even hand-painted with intricate designs before weaving begins. Each method brings its own character and artistry to the final fabric. Weaving is where the magic truly happens. Interlacing threads on a loom, by hand for intricate one-of-a-kind designs, or by machine for efficient mass production, transforms the colored threads into fabric. Hand-woven silk is slow and unique, with every piece reflecting the artisan's touch. Machine-woven silk, on the other hand, is fast and uniform, perfect for creating large quantities of fabric. Both methods have their place in the world of silk, and each fabric tells its own story. Yet all silk shares a remarkable journey of transformation, from the tiniest egg to the growing worm, from the cocoon to the delicate thread, and finally to the finished fabric. Silk is a marvel of both nature and human skill, perfected over centuries. Every piece of silk is a testament to patience, tradition, and ingenuity, a blend of ancient techniques and modern innovation. The next time you see silk, whether in a luxurious garment or a simple scarf, remember the incredible journey behind its shine and softness. It's more than just a fabric. It's a story woven through time, connecting generations of artisans and wearers alike. And to think it all began with a tiny worm and a single mulberry leaf, a humble start to a truly extraordinary journey.